My name's Aidan Kelly. I'm a SIS Plus mentor in Southwest College in Omagh. I want to talk to you today about haggling. The reason for that is because haggling saves you an awful lot of money. And that's what we want to be doing. We want to be able to help you to save an awful lot of money. We all have to buy things, but when we're buying, the buyer is the king. And we have to take full advantage of that and use whatever leverage that we have to save money. And yesterday I did this wee presentation for haggling, went through it, and I thought towards the end of the day, I don't want to put this presentation up until I can stand completely over it. So I haggled. I've been wanting to buy a bike for quite some time. So basically, in this presentation in here, I'll give you a wee run through of what I did do. It's not that what I did do was perfect. I made mistakes. But the bottom line is, I bought something that was originally going to be 100 quid. I bought it for 50 quid. That's the advantage of haggling. Now, in reality, probably a reasonably fair price might have been in and around 70 quid, 75 quid, something like that there. But 50 quid, I was able to push it down to 50 quid with not an awful lot of difficulty. Okay? So haggling is primarily about trying to save you money. I'm just going to move a wee bit down here to the bottom of the screen, just in case I get in the road or something. I don't want that to happen. Okay, haggling saves you money. It's very important that you know that and that you understand that. If you don't haggle, you don't save money. And that is the bottom line. We don't have an awful lot of money in our pockets, so what we do have, we need to spend it wisely. We need to haggle. Haggle! Haggle! Okay, anyway, carry on. So this is some screenshots here of my bike buying thing here. I was looking for a bike. I'd given a budget of in and around €100. Okay, someone came with me and says, I have a bike here, but it's going to cost you €100. Showed me a picture of the bike. It can be seen at the bottom of the screen there, just a wee bit. Okay, I thought, well, it's not too bad. So I explained to the person that I have been already in contact with someone, showed them the bike that I was hoping to buy, which was roughly comparable, which costed considerably less than 100 quid. I followed that on by looking up the model of their bike and seen an example of it for sale for 45 quid. I'm sure not in half as good a condition as what they have theirs, but still, it was just, you're starting to build up a wee bit of leverage. Okay, you're trying to put things in context for them. And I went to see the person. We took a look at the bike. The bike had a few blemishes in it, nothing major, nothing that would have worried me or anything like that there. And I ended up buying the bike. He ended up getting a few quid for something that was lying in his garage for the last year doing nothing but collecting dust. I got a bike for 50 quid. That'll do my needs. I'm happy with that there. So that's kind of like what we need to be doing, need to be thinking about. Haggling works. This is proof that it works, okay? This is the results of a very extensive survey on haggling, okay? People, the survey provider got quite a large amount of people to approach different companies to see what they could do in terms of haggling, basically. And as you can see there, the success rate was high. I know it's a wee bit small, the writing there, but you know, for the majority of cases, you were getting some amount of success. a big success, for example, an AA breakdown cover, 57%. 31% of people got a small success. They got a wee bit of a discount. Okay. So if you don't, I mean, basically what I'm saying is, if you don't ask, you don't get. Okay. And in a lot of cases, you will get. This table here to me is saying that if you go and haggle with the company, use a few wee simple common sense rules, chances are you will get a reduction in at least 2 of 3 occasions. Okay. My tips: pick a soft target. There's no point, let's say, in trying to haggle with, I don't know, the rates company, the rates people. Your rates bill is your rates bill, and that's it. But there are certain organizations, if you think about it, they are very happy to haggle. There's a lot of competition in the marketplace. If I give an example there, TV providers, TV, internet, broadband providers, there's an awful lot of them. They offer an awful lot of good deals, and you can play one off against the other. Benchmark the best deal. Go out, take a look and see what's in the marketplace. Same way as what I did. I took a look at comparable bikes that would meet my needs basically, and with prices beside them. It didn't take me too long to find what I was looking for, okay, in terms of deals. So know, roughly speaking, what is a reasonable price, okay, and use that as your guide. Tell the person, tell the company that you want to leave. And I have this stupid thing called a Haggle locker. A Haggle locker basically is a list of wee tips and stuff like that. There are additional things that we could do as well. But before we start, a wee quote. Okay, now some of you who might be a bit older might remember Mr. Ratner from Ratner's Jewelries, massive jewelry chain, and he made a flippant comment about his jewelry. I basically lost the business over the head of it. It was a flippant comment. He was saying he was selling budget jewelry, and he said some of his budget jewelry will last less time than a Marks and Spencer sandwich. He made it as a private comment, but it got out. This is another similar type thing. Someone in a fairly large company said this: loyal customers are like manna from heaven. We love them. We do. Oh, bless them. They stay with us through thick and thin, paying full price, never checking if their deal is competitive. Bless their cotton socks. I love them. They take whatever crap we give them. Oh, they are our cash cows. Now, just let that sink in for a wee minute. Cash cows. Are we a cash cow? Do we want to feather the pockets of some big fancy company? Do we want to let them take us for granted? Because that is what is happening. So benchmarking. Benchmarking is basically looking at what's out there, getting a feel for what type of discount is realistic, using these deals that you see in the market as your leverage, targeting these, and then target these types of providers that we mentioned here. Things like TV providers, broadband, home phone, contract phones, breakdown cover, car and home insurance. All of these organizations are very, very, very keen to hear people, keen to basically compete for your business. You can haggle with them, and it doesn't take an awful lot of skill. I don't have an awful lot of skill, but you can save an awful lot of money with these people. Yep. Ask to get through to the customer retentions department. That is so important. Sometimes if you go to a call center and you're speaking to the person on the line, they maybe don't have the authority to give you discounts and stuff like that there. But the customer retentions department does. Yes, they do. Bless them. They do. Yes. You ask to go to see them and they will do business with you. Okay? It's their job to stop you from leaving. They have massive, massive deal making power, especially at certain times of the year, times of the month, and so on as well. Okay? I know this because I used to work in a call center and I can identify with all these different points. I can stand over them definitely. Say, I'm going to leave. I'm considering leaving. I need to get the best deal in the market. Repeat your request. Keep at them. Keep going. But be genuine. Don't be going there I was going to use a nasty word, the wrong word, but I can't. You know what I mean? Half-hearted. I'll use that. And I'll not get the sack, hopefully. Yet. Anyway, go into them. Don't be going in half-hearted. Be genuine. Match the competitor and the business is yours. Say to that. Find a deal out there. Okay, you go find a deal out there that beats what you're looking for at the moment. Okay, and tell that company, look, if you can beat this deal, I'll stay with you. If you can match this deal, I'll stay with you. I want to stay with you, but I cannot because I do not have truckloads of money to throw at you. Okay? Know the market. Know what a fair price is. Now, this is a great time. When you're out of contract or you're at the end of your contract, you have a truckload of leverage. Okay? You need to make advantage of that. It gives you a massive leverage. Put these dates in your calendar. If you don't, you're basically a cash cow. You're allowing the company to just make more and more and more money out of you. Language. People have said to me, well, okay, all these things is well and good, excuse me, but I mean, how do I put that to people? And these are some lines that maybe you can use. I worked out a budget and my absolute max is whatever it might be. The name of the company, whoever it is, can do that for less. Even say, look, that company can do the same thing for £80 less. Why should I stick with you when they can do it for £80 less? Meet me. Come on. Come on. I need to think about it. They hate procrastinators. Even if don't be, let there be silences. Silence is golden for us, but not for them. They hate it. Oh, they hate it. Anyway, I think the missus will go bonkers if I pay that. Or the hubby, or whoever it might be. Still a whole lot of money. Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know. Is that the very best that you can do? Come on, there must be something better than that now. Come on. You must have slightly better discounts in here for the special customers, the loyal customers like me, who have been with you for the last 12 years. The Haggle locker, that's that thing I was going on about. And the first thing in there, use charm, cheek, and a smile. Smile when you're talking to them. It comes across as you being very confident and positive. It is so important that do not be going in there aggressive. You're going in there for a wee chat and a bit of banter. That's the bottom line to it all. A wee bit of a banter. If you're going in there with an attitude, you're going in there sort of nearly like gladiatorial, you're not going to get anywhere. But if you go in there, a nice wee chat, and you be polite to them, a wee bit of banter and stuff like that there, you will do wonders for yourself. Highlight the problems. Nobody is perfect. No company is perfect. Okay? No matter who it is. If I think about my internet, I have a provider at the moment. I'm reasonably happy with them. I've not really had much wrong, but I could say occasionally the internet has conked out on me over the last year. I could say, if I think about my circumstances, my internet provider is Air. They provide me with free Air Sport, which is brilliant. I can watch all the football matches. The thing is, coronavirus lockdown, no football matches. So mentioning things like that, it's not to say, you're basically pointing out, you're trying to put, okay, their good deal in perspective. Haggle at the right time. At the end of the month, you might be dealing with a salesperson who needs to sell 300 items in the month. They sold 297. They are going to go buck mad to get your business. So what you need to do is to cooperate with them, and they will give you that business. They will give you a good discount to get them over the line so that they get their target, get their bonus, and get their nice wee holiday or whatever it is to France that they get for being salesperson of the month or whatever it might be. Okay? End of the month is a good time for that. End of financial quarters are also good times. Next point, be genuine. There's no point in going in there and saying, I'm thinking of leaving, but, you're half-hearted about it. They can see that a mile away, so, don't be going into something unless you really mean it. Match the competitor in the business as yours. I want to stay. You're the devil. I know, that sort of thing. You might not want to say you're the devil, but you might want to say, look, I've been with you. I've not had any problems with you, and I want to stay with you. But I can't stay with you unless you're going to match the price of this competitor. I've not got money coming out of my ears. I can't afford your price, but I want to stay with you. So let's do something here about this. Know the market, know a fair price, know what's reasonable. If I think about that bike thing there, the absolute bottom price that for the bike that I could have even realistically expected would have been about 40 quid. The bikes that I was looking at that were comparable were anything up to 100, 200 quid. Okay. I I had about 50 quid in my pocket basically. And excuse me, um that's when I went down with the buyer. When I went down to the buyer basically with only 50 quid, and I says, this is what I have. After a fair amount of to and fro and so on, he was happy enough to point out the blemishes on the bike, and I says, look, I understand all that, but this is what I can afford. Okay, I know your bike's good, stuff like that. It has blemishes and all that on it, and it's not, those things are not the worst in the world to me, but a lot of other people will be concerned about the odd wee bit of a blemish or whatever, but not to me. Sell it to me for 50 quid and it's yours. And we had a good natured chat about it, and we were successful. He got rid of his bike and he got €50 for it, and I got a bike that was good enough for me. Ask for the retentions department. I've kind of mentioned that as well. Let them know that you're keen to go. Ask to speak to a supervisor. I've been in working in call centres, as I've mentioned, and supervisors' calls are lovely because they just fall down in front of you, providing you have something reasonable to say to them, a reasonable point to them. There's no point in going and phoning up, let's say, Sky TV and saying, I want a year Sky TV for £15. I want to speak to your supervisor. But say, if I think about my own circumstances, I've been a customer now for the last 12 years. I've been paying in about €40 a month, something, I don't know how much it is, I should. But anyway, let's say it's 40 quid. I've been paying in 40 quid a month for the last 12 years. And I want something back from that there. I'm not looking for the sun, the moon, and the stars, but I want something. I want something back from that there. Can I speak to a supervisor? The people in the call centre cannot refuse you. I know that because from my experience in call centres, they can't. You have to get through to a supervisor. If they make you an offer, don't say yes immediately. I know the gut instinct is ask for deal prices even after the offer's finished. Sometimes there might be a deal for, let's say we'll use the Sky example, half price Sky TV for the first 3 months, and that offer expired a week ago. Chances are they'll still honour that offer. If there's silences, as I've mentioned, don't fill them. Let them fill them with loads of nice offers. Yes, don't you make it any easier for them. They don't like the silences. If it doesn't work once, try again. If you phone up Sky and you don't get your discount, phone them up in a week or two's time. You'll get speaking to another person. The chances are they'll say yes. Sometimes there's no scope for getting a discount, but the company would be happy enough to put in added extras. It's a bit like me for my internet supplier. They were happy enough to offer a couple of extra channels that sort of carried some weight for most people, and they probably got the channels for not too much. So they were able to offer that as a wee inducement, and that probably helped it to get over the line for me. Ask for the sun and you might get the moon. If you say, for example, me and my bike thing, the person offers 100, you say 50, you never know, you might get it for 75. You've saved 25. Obligatory joke. What time do ducks wake up? Sorry. This is bad. The quack of dawn. Anyway. My name is Aidan Kelly. I'm a SUS Plus mentor at Southwest College in Omagh. Telephone number 077 3428 1029. I suppose what I'm trying to get across in this video is Haggle. If you want, please contact me and I can help you to just get over that sort of thing, and we can work with you to develop that. Okay, but the main thing is just jump in there and do it. Batter in there and do it, and you'll be surprised how good you are. And remember, keep the haggling positive, friendly, banter. Okay, and just like in my case here, the story ended positively for me and ended positively for the other person, and that's good business for everyone. Thank you very much.